Sharla,
And Miss Max.
and you are tuned into Expect the Unexpected. So we're just gonna get into it. We got Max. She's a Pisces. She's a
Very.
very laid back Pisces, by the way, because typically Pisces are just like,
I mean, I could get hype. Don't get it
but
twisted.
she's
Like
real.
you haven't seen that side of me yet, and like it's only like that type of side of me is only when I'm like angry. You know what I'm
Well, no,
saying?
oh
Like,
yeah, we don't want to do that.
yeah, we
You know,
not doing that.
it's a good thing though. It's a good thing. So yeah, and then me being Aquarius, we just kind of, I don't know, we're just different all the way around. But
Yeah,
with this podcast, it's really just going to be a little bit of everything. Expect the unexpected, basically. So it's one day we could be BDSM, tomorrow could be politics, then it could be relationships, then we could be reacting to like something that's going on that's hitting the media really, really hard.
right.
And just talking about some real shit. Also, mental health would be a highlight,
It's gonna be a very big, big, big thing.
a big highlight, especially with us both being two Black women. I feel like that's very important to go over
Right.
that, because we suffer not in silence now. We don't suffer in silence, but I do feel like when we talk, when we want to cry and be upset, nobody like wants to console us and be comforting and say, "Hey, it's okay." It's just like, "Oh, well, y'all strong. Y'all supposed to have it together." No, like
Right.
we should be able to take time to cry and be. If we're stressed out, depressed, and that's where we at right there, and that's just how that should be. So it's just gonna
Absolutely.
be everything.
Yes, we're gonna hit everything. And if there's
Everything.
something that we haven't hit that you want to hear us talk about, by all means, put that
Request it.
in the comments and request that, and we will touch bases on it. We don't know everything,
No.
but take it from me. I'm being honest with you, girl. I will do my research, like, and then question that research and be like, wait a minute, let me double check that research. I mean, don't get it twisted. I also still jump the gun a lot of the times, but I'm gonna still do my
That's me
research.
too. That's me too. The assumption queen, okay? That has gotten me
Okay.
in a lot of, it's not in trouble, but it's like I feel like at 32 years old, I could finally say, if I there was something people say, well, Charlotte, what do you think it is about what's a flaw? Me jumping to conclusions a little too soon in a lot of situations. And I think that's because when you've been let down a lot, or when you're kind of like always at a place where you feel like you got to have your guard up, you kind
Hmm.
of are always expecting some shit. So,
Right.
you kind of going to give it what you are used to. You're going to expect what you're used to getting from most people or from most situations. So we got that in
Right.
common, Max. We got that in common, honey.
Absolutely. Because I'm 41 and I'm still trying to fucking figure it out. So
Okay. So
shit.
so I love that. I love the transparency. Let them know, because people are like, oh, I'm in my 30s and I'm struggling with this girl.
Child, listen, I just let me tell you, a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I just jumped to a whole big conclusion. I still think I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I got that whole shit played out in my head.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, because I
Oh,
can't hear
wait,
me.
wait. Why you covering up your hair? It's cute. Your little
Why am
thing.
I
It's
coming up our
cute.
hair?
It's
Girl, because
cute.
the edges is not done.
Girl,
And
it's cute.
I'm like it's braided, but I'm locking my hair. So and I'm going
Oh,
through,
locks.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
congratulations.
So yeah, so thank you. And it's just like, yeah, it's just certain things. It's still on that short phase where you can't really do
Look,
nothing to it.
Max.
And I can't like,
Max. When we get done with this, I'm gonna send you some pictures,
okay.
because we're gonna like our hair at all phases. We're gonna brace our hair at all phases. Okay?
Girl,
That's what we're gonna
girl,
do.
I'm trying to embrace a lot of stuff. Like I said, I'm 41 and I'm still, it's a lot of shit that I'm just like still just now starting to try to embrace with
Right.
myself and stuff like that. Like, so here we go, touching the bases on that mental health shit already. See?
Yeah. I understand. But see, but we need, like I said, that's what we need. We need that transparency, because we're not far apart in age, but just being able to have this conversation. So we're
Hmm.
going to have people that can relate to both of us, or either you or myself. And I
Right.
think it's just good to talk about that, because even now I'm like, man, why can't I, why am I so bad at this, that, and the third? And it's just like some people like Charlotte, trust me, is some things just take some time. Just
Right.
like some
Right.
things I'm better at in my 30s that I was horrible at in my 20s, right? But then there's some shit where it's just like, Charlotte. Charlotte,
I'm more better at
I need you to work on that.
I'm more better at what's that? Like now realizing my shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And what how I'm starting to realize my shit, you know what I'm saying? And being
yeah,
able to work on it is seeing it through other people,
right.
especially my kids. Now that my kids are back in my life and stuff, that's
Yeah,
another topic.
right,
But you know, it's just like, and then seeing my kids and all the stuff that they going through and all the trauma that they done been through in life, and I
right.
wasn't there, you know,
Yeah,
it's just like, okay, wait a minute, that shit like hit me like smack dead in my face. Like, wait a minute, Maxine, you
yeah.
it's time to grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? So
I feel
shit.
like kids, I feel like our kids kind of help us too. Because a lot of shit we have to unlearn. You know, like how the things
Right.
that you dealt with when you were coming up, you thought that shit was normal. And then you become a parent, you're like, damn, that don't really feel right. I'm not really feeling that. You know, you got to change
Right.
stuff around a little bit. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like your kids really help you with that whole journey, or as you know, most people who are in the spiritual realm or into that work will call it shadow work. That shadow work,
That shadow work
eh,
is
get your
deep.
ass every
That
time.
shadow work is deep. You hear me? And mine is just like, mine is a lot of karma.
Yeah,
Like I didn't realize it's a lot of karma. Mine is just like smack in my face. Like you got to deal with it. Like you
yeah,
can't run from it no more. And
yeah,
as I'm dealing with it and stuff, like it's hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like I'm also patching up shit with my family. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And me and one of my sisters is like, we realized, damn, you dealing with that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? That's the trigger for you. So it's
yeah.
like we're now able to realize those things and then try to either laugh through it or cry through it or talk through it. And the
And get
biggest
through it
thing right now
together.
is that talking through it and not wanting to fight through it.
I
You know what
know.
I'm saying?
That's that's real though, because I also feel like my sister, she has a baby now. She's a little bit older, and I remember when I first became a mom, and I just would think like, I think my little sister hates me because it was just stuff she would say and do, and she was just so inconsiderate at the time. Sorry,
Mm,
Caitlin, I love you, but it is what it is. But now with her having a baby, us being older, me having my son, a lot of the conversations would just in we might get to crying on an emotional tip, but we're able to have the conversation and then we're good. And when we're younger, it's grudge holding, me not talking to her, her probably telling her friends I don't like her, it's just all of that. And I'm just
hmm.
like, we're at a better place now because you want your family, you want that dynamic with your family to be great. The
Right.
reality of it is it's not going to always be that way, but if you can fix it, it's like, try to fix it. you know
Right. Right. If it's
if,
fixable, fix
if
it.
two people really want to work that out, then do it. Because at the end of
Right.
the day, like my sister, that's who I grew up with. I have other brothers and sisters, on my dad's side, but we're not that close. We didn't grow up in a household together.
Right.
So
I understand. I get it because
yeah,
that other side, that other side is real. Like it's hard. Like I speak to some, but not all.
all of
You know
them.
what I mean? And we're gonna
I
leave
know.
that. We're gonna leave that where it's at.
Yeah, it's rough because it's like, and then sometimes you're like, damn, why I gotta be the one to be the bigger person, or why I gotta be the one to reach out. But sometimes it's like that, unfortunately.
You know,
Like,
for me, I come to a point in my life where I'm like, you know what, I'm not being a bigger person anymore. Like I feel that I've outgrown being the bigger person. Like and I'm going to do what's going to make me happy. Like I'm not doing anything to like try to harm anyone.
we haven't.
But
Oh, there it is.
yeah, you was frozen for a minute, but I know you heard me. But I I don't do anything to harm anyone, but
Hmm.
I'm just in a place where I just want my justice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if you hurt me like to the point where I feel like I can't stop that bleeding, I'm coming for you.
yeah.
You know, so that's where I'm
That's
at. Like
I'm
I
I
can't be that big a person no more.
Man, that's a real ass statement. That's a real ass conversation to have too, because I think we all be like, I'm a big person. No, sometimes that shit's draining. And sometimes it's just like, damn, like you said, because people are like, well, even if you get clarity, even if you get the apology, it doesn't fix nothing. It doesn't, but I definitely want people to be like, you know what? I was the reason why me and Charlotte fell out. I didn't give her space. I didn't respect her boundaries because I had something like that happen to me recently at work with somebody I got cool with. And I mean, me and her was like this.
Mm.
And now we're starting to get back to like talking and laughing with each other a little bit at work, but it's still different, because
Because
I'm, I'm
you don't
open.
know what to expect anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. And it's just like I'm open because I really still, I value our friendship that we had. But then it's also like me, I'm still stuck on what was said and what happened. So
Hmm.
it's like on one hand, I'm like, okay, I can let this shit go, everything be a breeze. On the other hand, I'm just like, but I still didn't really get that time, or I didn't really get what I needed from that person. So
It's not the person. It's not a mutual person that we know, is it?
no.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, damn, that quick?
No.
Why y'all
We
start
not
talking that quick?
Max, we
Why?
ain't gonna go that far back, baby. We're gonna leave
Oh,
that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna leave her, and then that we're gonna leave her. God bless her. I trust all is well. I pray that
Yes.
business is still booming, and I pray her family's well,
Hmm.
her business, all that. God bless her. But no,
Okay.
no, we wish her the best. We wish her the best.
Okay. Uh-huh.
We wish you the best,
We
baby,
do. I mean, honestly, we do.
from
If
the heart. Because that's
right, but
one thing about me though, and I have to say this because eventually when people start watching, like when we start have people start watching this, and then it be someone that we at one point was cool with. I want all of you guys to know that if I loved you before, if I cared for you before, it's not the same. It's not the exact same, but I have no harsh feelings towards you, and I really truly wish you well. You know, some things don't work out with us, and it is what it is. It's just what it is. Some of y'all still owe me an apology, but it's okay.
that's like I said, my justice. I'd be like I said, if you hurt me to that point where like I said, if I still can't stop that bleeding,
You want
you
it, but
you
you know
better
what?
come up with some sutures, because I swear to God, I'm gonna keep coming as long as I'm bleeding.
But the thing is, even I be thinking like, damn, even if we get that apology, shit's still gonna be the same. You're gonna feel the exact same way about that person.
It's not so much that I even want an apology from people anymore.
You just want
It's
them to be like, you know what, Max, I did that shit. You want them to own up. You
Mm-mm.
don't want
It's
that.
not so much I want them to own up to it. I want that, but I want them to change. You know what I mean? I
Oh
don't want
yeah.
them to just say it and then that just be it. And then you be like, well, you just accept me for who I am. Like, fuck no, you out here hurting people. Get the fuck out of here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That gotta change.
Yeah, that's true. I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, because you kind of just because when you're done with that person, you see it keeps happening with other people, right? And it's just like, damn. Because at first you be like, damn, well, was it me? Was did I do? Was I doing something wrong? For a minute, and it's like, no, but I did this and they did that. But then when
Right.
you start to see, you get a chance to actually watch that shit happen in real time with other people, and it's like the same thing to a degree.
I
It's like,
realized that like that issue that I have with a lot of people, like right now in my right now stage of life, they've all been one sign. So it's like, am I just supposed to learn about this one particular sign right now? What is it about this sign?
does this sign start with a
Oh, hell yeah. The love sign.
Max?
Yo,
We got we gotta dial it back, babe. We ain't supposed to be having that conversation. We said we was not gonna have that but no, at the same time, like I don't want to invalidate your feelings though, because that's recent for you. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Recent for you. So I feel you. And we had that conversation where I just feel like now you get to see it wasn't just us, it was everybody that person dealt with. And I mean then there's people
Not
who
just not just that person. Like I said, I had a whole bunch of them around. You
a
understand what
whole
I'm
bunch
saying?
of
So I
them.
got to see the different weight of all of them. And it's like, y'all motherfuckers don't balance shit. What it is
Nope.
that y'all so unbalanced. y'all don't know what the fuck is
It's
happening.
an imbalance,
You
man.
understand?
Talking about some
And
mistakes.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it ain't right. Is what the fuck
Yeah.
it is. You understand what I'm saying?
You
Like
know what it
it's
is?
not right.
Wishy-washy. It's giving
It's
wishy.
worse than Gemini.
Man, I see my son's a Gemini, and I just people are like, oh,
No, I could deal with a Gemini, but I also have been hurt by Gemini too, but only one. You understand what I'm saying? But there's another one that I'm just like, you know what? I will fuck you up over that person. You know what I'm saying? That other person, like let's stomp the hell out this
is it
motherfucker.
so? The one that you would go to war for is a female Gemini.
They're both females.
Oh, both. Okay, I thought the bad situation was gonna be a male because men like the mischief.
I don't have no issues with, like, I don't even think I met any male Geminis.
So male Geminis, I'm gonna tell you, they are family oriented. They definitely give that vibe. They definitely can, will do if they know that you like something, they focus on that and they make sure they give you that and some. They want to make you feel good, but also they could be a little wishy washy. One day it's I can see a future. Tomorrow it's well, I just admire you and I'm not ready for a relationship. They're that type.
They sound like because
Or
they're
the
fighting
ones
with it
who
in
like
their head.
right, or they're consistent with you. Good morning, beautiful every day, right? Y'all talking all day, then the shit just kind of stops. They're them. That's them. But again, really cool people, real funny. You could take them around anybody. Very well mannered. From my personal experience with Gemini males, and it didn't go no further than just talking to them and dating them. So, on a sexual tip, I know nothing about a Gemini in that aspect, but
yeah, I don't know nothing about it.
But on just a regular like dating and talking to, I won't sit here and badmouth the Gemini. I'll just say my experience was I just felt confused. And when I feel confused, you know what I do? I disappear.
I know that's right.
I
Me,
disappear.
my dumb ass, I be trying to figure out why the fuck you disappeared and shit. I'm over
I
there
do at first.
investigating and shit
I will
and
at first
stuff.
because I feel like I've done my share of ghosting, and I will ghost you if it's a really really bad situation. If it's not really bad, and I know I could talk to you, then I'll at least be like, so just explain your side, even though there ain't really shit for them to be explaining to me. If you up and just stop talking to me, we need to we need to talk about this. But I don't know. That's all I have on Gemini.
Oh, but
My grandmother was a Gemini. She was cool as hell. Gemini.
who, your grandmother?
Yes. She's no longer
Okay.
with us, but yeah, my mama was a Gemini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She probably sitting right in her living room. Never know.
So how long you've been on your journey?
What's that?
Your spiritual journey?
My spiritual journey?
Yeah.
I love that you asked me that question. I'm gonna tell you why though. So I started, it was 2019, like June or July. And so it started with, okay, I got rid of social media. I meditated every day and I was journaling every single day. And I did that for months. And I also didn't date. So, and I couldn't because like I wasn't putting myself in a position. So I just would work, come home, do those practices, and that was it. And I'll be honest, at some point, which some stuff I told you recently, along that journey, I have still made some mistakes and got involved with people that took me from here down to here. And now I feel like I'm kind of restarting that.
Right.
The reason I'm glad you asked me that is because the reason I went into that journey so the way I did, it was really a self-love journey.
You don't mind if I smoke, do you?
Huh?
You don't mind if I smoke, do
Oh,
you?
go ahead, honey.
Okay.
But because you ain't around me, so I ain't smelling. What you do? But
Okay.
yeah, so it was a self-love journey because my ex at the time, and it wasn't a bad relationship, but it was just, I don't know where we're at. It was a disconnect. And I was just like, you know what? I'll never wait for somebody else to validate my feelings I will never wait on another or man's like opinion to make me feel some kind of way. And that pushed me to just be like, okay, I'm gonna spend some time with myself. But this said ex has recently kind of
surface.
Yeah. Because I think we both miss each other, but I do feel like sometimes there are people that just need time apart. Because there's some people that y'all that time apart, that's it. Cut that shit off. Then there's some
Is
people
it
time apart.
okay? Remember the vending event?
Yes.
That person that you was with that day?
Oh, that's the Gemini. Will come and come to the events and support and He would send money randomly for, here, this is just to support the business, all
Mm.
that. And then he told my mom today, because she just so happens to work around the place he works at, tells her, oh, well, she's wifey material. Shut the fuck up. I can't stand for a motherfucker want to try some, she's wifey material. Oh, now I'm wifey material. But you just wanted to admire me. You just like
Girl,
spending
I
money.
just had a whole motherfucker tell me 2 weeks ago that a whole spell was put, he put a whole spell on it. But you married somebody else.
Put a spell on who?
Me.
Max. Girl, I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
Yes, like, dude, you're not even like I'm taking care of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah.
That's scary. I'm sorry. I don't never cast no fucking spell this way for me, on me, because I want to be able to have free will to live how I want to.
Thank you. And
Leave
I
me
just
alone. Leave me
and
alone.
I was like, I don't even get it. You don't even like for what?
You do, but you see what I'm saying though? That's why I just, it's like, not to make the whole male race like the problem, but there are men, even if they're like good quality men or good men as we call them, like in real time, will do all the things for you, right? Like y'all are together, like they have intentions to be with you. And they'll go be with someone else, but then still want to have you around. And people are like, oh, that's just because they want to have their cake and eat it too. Well,
But I'm that type of person. I'll still be around. I like the broken. I attract broken. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
for me, it's like, hey, he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I would have been around regardless.
yeah.
He didn't have to do it. But
Did you
now
so
you
let me ask you this. After you found that out, were there things going on that once he said that was like, damn, that's why that's happening? Did you feel really, really like bad stuff or
I think the worst thing actually, like from him doing it and it not being free will for me, I honestly think that his new wife's sister died because of it. That's what I believe, because she just died.
out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Whew, it's nothing to play with. It's really not. It's and that's why, when you said spiritual, I was like, cool. I didn't really like stop. But
Hmm.
that's why sometimes I don't even want to rep no set at this point. I just want to say that I'm just here.
Living, living.
Because even with spirituality, stuff is can get complicated.
Hmm.
Like you just have to be careful, because if you don't have someone showing you the way, you can get into some shit that you might not necessarily ever get out of. Because once you've seen some stuff, once you've heard some things, it's kind of like you've already been there. You can't really come
Turn
out of.
back. You
Yeah,
can't unring a bell.
yeah. So it's, I don't know. I can honestly say I have had my dark times with like shadow work, and of course like just the ugly parts of like growing and evolving, and also seeing that dark side of myself and having to unlearn shit.
Do you
But
appreciate it though?
yeah, yeah, it's hard because this place I'm like, damn, Charlotte, you need to
Do you
work
really
on
want to
that.
go through this?
Yeah, you need to work on that, sweetie. You need to work on
Me,
that.
I like for me, it's just like wow, because I know that I was hell growing up. You know what I'm saying? I know that I didn't give a damn. I wanted to do what I wanted to do most of the time, and I was very, very misunderstood. My
Mm-hmm.
mom had died a week after my 13th birthday, so it's just like it's crazy, you know what I mean? So like to the point, like I said, I started holding myself accountable. Like
Mm-hmm.
I started noticing shit, and I would call my family and be like, yo, was I like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like if this is what I remember y'all telling me certain shit, but was I like this? Like this is I'm sorry, like god damn, like I couldn't have been like this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
damn.
But I like that you, once you realize that you reached out and was like, hey, I'm sorry. I even with my mom, right? Because me and my mom have we've always like been tight, but we've had our moments. And I feel like that's every parent, with their kids, sometimes. But I know recently I was telling her, I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. Because I just was thinking about myself as a teenager. and how the simplest thing she would do would set me off to have an attitude and give her the hardest time. I'm just like, now that I have Novi, and he's a good kid, you know,
Mhm.
he doesn't do no crazy shit. He's not into
Right. I don't
like
know.
that.
These kids,
Okay.
a lot of them just don't, they're not doing a lot of that. Like my kids either. They just, they're older than your son, but it's just like they're not even into that. Even that mutual ex-friend we have, her child, her children are
Not
not
into.
like that, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I mean,
That's
I love these kids today in a way because I'm learning a lot from them. I'm being very, very honest. I'm
yeah,
learning a whole lot from them.
yeah,
So I'm grateful. I'm
yeah.
grateful for them.
I said the same
Whatever.
thing. I tell people all the time because you see a lot of folks say, well, this generation is messed up, this, that, there. I'm like, the problem is the fact that y'all's generation, y'all couldn't have an opinion. You thought one way, that one way was right. And now you have these generation of kids, even ourselves. You got us saying, nope, the way y'all was doing this shit back in the day was wrong. No, as a woman, I ain't gotta tolerate no man beating on me. And my whole life doesn't have to, revolve around no man no more. And no, I don't have
Hmm.
to keep having kids. And no, I don't have to get married. We're able to do things a little different. And because they're set in their ways, they feel like they could just tell us, hey, no, like y'all fucked up. No, these kids is gonna lead the way. They
Right.
lead the way, and
Right.
they know more shit than we do. And I'm like,
Yeah.
where was y'all getting all this information?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
That
don't
was
know.
me.
Like,
That was me. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna leave. I agree. I totally agree. But we're gonna leave it there for now.
okay,
So what we're gonna do, guys, if you want to see more of this, always this is gonna be a every 2 week thing for now. Okay. Every 2 weeks. And we are grateful that you came to hear us and
yes,
come back to see the next ones. And
yes.
we love talking with you. If you heard something that you felt like you really, really want us to go deeper on or whatever, go ahead and comment and request and give us a chat, talk to us, and we'll talk back. And you just want to thank you, Charlotte. What you got to say?
I look. I say you said, look, baby, you did a beautiful job with that. She closed this. That was amazing. That was amazing. I loved. I don't even have nothing to say. Usually, I could. I'm going and going and going. I have nothing to say. But no, seriously, if there is something that you guys are like, you know what, I really have been thinking about that. That's something that I really want to talk about. Mention it so we could talk more about it. Expect unexpected. So
Yes.
ask any question because, like I said, there will be no there is no particular way we're going about this. It's just talking about a little bit of everything and really making this a safe place for everybody to talk about whatever they want to talk about,
Right.
and we're just going to evolve from there, honey.
We
That's
just want to be respectful,
because we
be
see a lot of I
mindful.
see a lot of podcasts and they're just going in the wrong direction, and I can't stand it. So I just want this to be the place where like you ain't got to worry about us coming on here and dogging the hell out of people and all that. It's not going to be none of that, y'all.
Right.
It's about love, life,
Absolutely.
healing,
All
and
positivity.
we're
We're gonna
gonna try
find a solution. It might sound messy, but it's gonna be a solution at
a
the end of that.
solution.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, always expect the unexpected with Sharla and Miss Max. Love you guys. Peace. Good night.
Bye.